As we approach Election Day, the political landscape is buzzing with news about Vice President Kamala Harris, who has recently regained a slight lead among likely voters in the national polls. According to a recent ABC News Ipsos poll, Harris holds a 51% to 47% advantage over former President Donald Trump among likely voters. However, this election remains exceedingly close, highlighting the critical role the Electoral College will play in determining the outcome. With only a narrow margin of just 2 percentage points separating Harris and Trump among registered voters, the stakes have never been higher. Turnout will be essential, especially with key demographics showing varying levels of support. Harris is experiencing a resurgence in backing from Hispanic voters and suburban women, crucial groups that could tip the scales in her favor. Meanwhile, Trump continues to solidify his support in rural areas and among non-college educated white men. Notably, the candidates have split the electorate along issues that matter most to voters. Trump excels in areas such as immigration and the economy, where he enjoys a solid lead. In contrast, Harris has significant support for her positions on abortion and healthcare, demonstrating a division that reflects the broader national discourse. While economic concerns remain prominent, with a staggering 90% of voters rating the economy as a highly important issue, there is a noticeable shift in voter sentiment. The urgency surrounding economic issues like inflation seems to be waning slightly, which could benefit Harris as she attempts to distinguish herself from President Biden's administration, under which she has faced challenges in building an independent identity. As we analyze the dynamics of this race, it is clear that personal attributes are also playing a pivotal role. Harris outperforms Trump in several categories, such as mental sharpness and honesty. Although the two candidates are nearly even on trust during crises, the polling data reveals a critical divide among voter groups, particularly among women and younger voters. Harris enjoys a commanding lead among younger women, while Trump remains competitive with younger men. The long-standing gender gap persists, with women generally leaning more Democratic, amplifying Harris's chances among female voters. As the campaigns ramp up their efforts to motivate turnout, it is vital to recognize that early voting trends show higher participation among Harris supporters. In the battleground states, the election is essentially a dead heat, with both candidates locked in a close contest for key electoral votes. As Harris continues to solidify her base and appeal to undecided voters, the upcoming days will be crucial. Each campaign is working tirelessly to connect with voters, hoping to sway those who remain on the fence. The focus is now shifting to turnout efforts, as both candidates gear up for a final push to get their supporters to the polls. As Election Day draws near, voters must consider not just the numbers, but the larger implications of their choices. This election is more than a referendum on individual candidates. It represents a crossroads for the nation, where the vision for America's future hangs in the balance. Whether voters prioritize economic concerns, social issues, or the candidate's personal attributes, the decision they make will shape the course of the country for years to come. With both candidates making their final arguments, it's imperative for Americans to stay informed, engaged, and ready to make their voices heard. Stay subscribed for more videos.